viewers. My name is Chira and welcome to Kise E-Learning. Kise E-Learning is a program that talks about matters that affect students. And today is no exception because we have a film expert, Brian Losky.
Hello viewers, my name is Brian Losky, a digital creator and also a film expert. In this episode, today we'll be talking about matters to do with film production, the processes, and some of the important things that you should know in the world of film.
Hello, Brian.
Hello.
What is film?
Film, I can say film, let's differentiate first film from photography.
Okay.
Photography, these are still images, but film, these are moving pictures. Yeah, that's the only difference I can say.
Okay. With that said, now what is film production?
Oh, film production is a process. I can say a process because it involves different stages. Film production, this is the process of where you develop ideas, you shoot, you edit, in order for you to give out a certain story.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you shoot, you edit, and then
You develop an idea.
Okay.
You develop an idea first, then you shoot, then you edit, then you're satisfied with everything and you make sure that the storyline is out well.
Yeah.
Now that's what you call film production. Now selling, distribution, which is the last option.
Okay, now we're talking about stages of production.
Yeah.
What is entailed in stages of production?
Just the way I've seen that film production is a process.
Yeah.
Film production has different stages. For you to go and see that favorite film that you have, that favorite movie that you all like, that's now the end process. But it also involves different processes. Let's start from it contains three processes. If I can be very, I'm going to say it's narrow. So it involves pre-production, then the production itself, then the post-production. In pre-production, there's a lot of activities that happen during the pre-production. One is developing ideas. You need to develop ideas that you want to shoot. You just can't come with the cameras and everything and all of a sudden you just want to shoot. What are you shooting? This is something that you're supposed to meditate before you even shoot, which happens during the pre-production, which is now the development, the developing of ideas. And that thing that happens during
Before we go to the next activity, sorry, how do we develop ideas? Maybe I learn out there, we want to know how do we develop these ideas?
Oh, we basically develop ideas from everything that happens around us. You can develop an idea from your own story. You can develop an idea from a work that has been done already before and just fill the gap that it has and you come to fill the gap. You can also develop an idea by researching. Research, and always the good thing in the film production is researching. If you want to be unique, make sure you do your thorough research. Another way of developing an idea is from other people's story. Your friend, you have a friend there, you have a podcast, a TED talk. You can develop an idea from your friends or from things that happen around you. That's some of the ways that you develop an idea. And some other things that happen during the pre-production stage is scripting, which plays a vital role. How do you show people an idea? It's through script. What is a script? A script is a blueprint. Is a blueprint of a film.
Maybe to someone who doesn't know what a blueprint is, could you kindly elaborate?
Blueprint, I can say. For example, the building that you're in right now, before it came into life that we can see right now, it was drawn.
Yeah.
You get it? So even script is the same way. Like a script is a blueprint of that movie that you always like. For example, Titanic, which is a favorite movie you watch. If you want to know what Titanic was before it was shot, you had to write a script. So a script is also like a manual of the movie that you're going to film.
Yeah.
So scripting is now writing your idea into words in order for it to bring that line, in order to show. If you have an idea right now, you're the only person who knows that idea.
Yeah.
For me to know, you must write down, or you tell me, right? And that's scripting. And we have ways of writing scripts. That's why you should join Kise College in order for you to know what it is.
Yeah.
And So scripting, it happens during the pre-production stage. Scripting, and now we have different types of scripts, the function of scripts, but the main function is the blueprint of any production is a script. Another thing that happens during the pre-production stage is finding sponsors, which is now including budgeting. You need to come with logistics, like knowing what, how much will it cost, the location, those are the logistic at large. So which is now the budgeting. And budgeting also involves now looking for sponsors who will come to maybe to. If you as a producer, you can find your own production well and good, but we use the pre-production stage if maybe you want sponsors or donors to come and support whatever you're doing, and that's now what it happens during the pre-production stage. Now we're looking for sponsors, now that's to involve budgeting.
So how do we look for sponsors? Do we pitch just ideas, or are we supposed to create proposals and all that?
Obviously, you need a proposal, and there's also what we call pitch script. A pitch script is you selling an idea to a sponsor out there. Yeah. So through you can just find a sponsor. Even your area MP can be your sponsor. You just need to give the idea. It all depends on how you sell your own idea to them.
Now, I have a question. Now, if, for example, let's say we've approached the area and she decides to sponsor this project, now is she going to automatically take the executive producer seat? You can't do that.
No, the executive producer's part, it cannot be, it is not a chair that is only supposed to be one person. But if you are the one who developed the idea, you are part of the executive production. You are the executive producer. But you can be executive producer, you and other people, because you are the one who own the intellectual property. You get, so you are part of the
executive producer.
Yeah.
Now, what's the main role of an executive producer?
Is to fund and to make sure the whole production goes smoothly.
So, if an MP funds this project, he will assume that's the position.
Yeah, you must create. Yeah.
Okay.
If some people they may tend to sponsor, they don't want to be credited.
They don't want
to be seen as if they give money. Yeah. So the executive producer is like the people who own and fund everything.
So it's not one person.
It can be a group of people.
Okay.
And so what we're talking about the pre-production. We're talking about casting. You need talent, and casting also happens during the pre-production stage. Casting involves you picking talents who will act out. Film production, we have documentaries, we have movies, you get. So during the pre-production, that's when you casting who will play such a role. And casting doesn't involve only you picking the actors, also the crew members, who will be the camera person, who will be the ball holder, who will be the sound technician, who will be, the division of role happens during the pre-production stage.
Okay.
Then we need to go to the next stage of pre-production.
Are we done with pre-production?
Yeah, I think we are done.
Yeah, development, we have budgeting,
casting,
talents, setting for talents.
Yes, that's casting.
Okay, moving on swiftly, now let's go to the second stage. That was the first stage, the pre-production stage. School has elaborated on this. Let's go to the next one.
The production stage.
Production.
Now, actualizing everything that you've done in the pre-production stage. And the production stage involves that, the way we have defined film production is the development and shooting. Shooting the production. Going, things that the location supposed to be done during the pre-production stage. You don't do a production, then people on there, you don't have anywhere to shoot. These are some of the things that are supposed to be done. It's supposed to be done in the pre-production stage. Now, here in the production stage, it's all about now shooting. You going to the ground and now shooting and making sure the idea comes to life. In the shooting part, it involves a lot. Things like to do with the dramaturgy, dramaturgy. Film treatment, it happens during film treatment is during the scripting, right? Dramaturgy, we take lighting, consistency.
Yes.
You get so position. When production needs a lot of learning that someone can't learn through just this video.
Now it's operating the machines.
Yeah.
You know how you're supposed to set the lights, how you're supposed to, the angles.
The mood, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just about shooting when it comes to
it's all about shooting. Yeah, shooting. No, people being in front of the camera, that's not the production stage.
Okay. People being in front of the camera. Okay, that's good. What's the next thing?
Oh, now the next is the post-production.
Yeah.
After shooting and all is done, what next? Editing.
Yeah.
Now bringing those two little shots, those little pieces together in order for you to create a consistent story, like a coherence, And now in the post-production stage, now we have editing.
Yeah.
We also have distribution and exhibition, and we also have distribution and exhibition, that's like selling. So it's two things: editing and distribution and exhibition. When we talk about editing, and the editor who is being the producer, the scriptwriter, and the editor only work together. Even though there is a script called the editor script, where you give money to the editor because for you to actualize a story, it's supposed to be edited in a certain way in order for it to bring the mood of the film. And there's a format.
I think we need to
come to the pieces and learn. So the editing part, which is now the last stage of production, it involves now the editor, and they work hand in hand as I said with the producer, because the producer is the one who owns the idea. And if you want the editor to edit it in a certain way, you need to give him a script. So we call it an editing script.
So what do we edit? We just edit the shots about this things to do with sound editing.
First of all, there are matters to consider in editing. What type of film are you producing?
Okay.
The mode of the film. What do you want people to know from the film? For example, if it was a night scene, that scene is supposed to be edited in a way that it will appear that it's night. You get the color correction, you get the sound, that's it involves even those we have the sound effects and stuff. And these are some of the things that is supposed to be edited, because you can't just offer plain work. I'm sure during the shooting or the production stage, there was cut one, cut two, cut the stop, do this, do that. We know how the director does. So these are something that's supposed to be edited enough for it to be very small. So editing is like sharpening the production enough for it to meet the required goal. And apart from editing, we also said about distribution.
I've heard you talking about exhibition, and then we have distribution, marketing. Is marketing called and distribution?
All of that is marketing. So after you've given all these, you need now to give the idea outside one and for them to know. And one way is now like distributing, which involves selling, exhibition. Exhibition involves, exhibition is like now going to different places and telling them that you have. It's like pitching. When you pitch a whole work done. There are also certain film commission, like here in Kenya we have the Kalasha. The Kalasha Awards. That's a way of they always have an exhibition like in Nairobi, where you go and take your film, people see what it has. They won't watch everything, but they will tend to have a taste of the film. Distribution, there are some of the factors that you need to know about distribution. Who are your target audience? What are the available channels to stream your work? That's the distribution. And that's the marketing team. We have seen a lot of Kenyan producers going on the streets with placards, like the cliffing it was coming. You could see people, they were the exhibition. The exhibition also involves, the cover of the film. It tells a lot. It's like a magazine. If someone is doing magazine, the cover really matters. Same to a movie or a film, the cover. We also have the abstract of what the film is all about. It's all about exhibition and just giving people a taste of your own ideas.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thing we need to know about stages of production?
Stages of production. Stages of production are something that you will want, and I would like also people to change, is uniqueness and creativity.
Okay.
After all I said, and we have given you the manual of stages of production, you need to be very much creative. That's why research plays a very vital role in your work. If you can't be producing something that you've seen like last year or the other years, then you want something new, and that's what's making the film industry to grow.
I was coming to that actually. Yeah.
So creativity really plays a role, and the way you can be creative, research. You can't just dive into an industry that you don't know about. You need to know about the industry, then you bring something good and innovative. Yeah.
So do you think people need to go to schools to gain skills on film production and
Film production is not a skill that anyone is born with. I can assume that no one is born with it. You must be creative and have those ideas of scripting, of storylines, but you really have to have that professional. The same way I'm saying you need to know the industry. Yeah. How will you know the industry if you don't know how the industry operates? You've not done any research. And knowing how the industry operates is coming together with necessary skills in the film production for you to change the film production industry. You get it? So the change that people need to make really is just, I will repeat again, doing the necessary research. And again, one of the way we develop story ideas, and I'll really be very adamant with this, use the word adamant. One of the ways of creating stories is looking what's around us. And the good thing nowadays, the film has changed to be like a watchdog, or let me say a media by itself. People showing what's happening in the society. And the good thing about now the film industry is changing. You can see a lot of things that's happening in the society, in the film industry. They're advocating for corruption. They're telling people there is corruption, there is inequality when it comes to races, to women, gender equality and stuff. And as maybe I can say, if you're coming new to the film industry, try for your work to be relevant to the society. Try to include things that people relate with in your work. If you put things that people relate with your work, people will tend to laugh and to at least to know, like, it also happens to me. And that's now, I will go back again, doing what? Research. Knowing that, what do you want your film to give out to them? What's the purpose of this? What's the goal of your film? This all happen in the film process, the production process.
Winding up, so what are some of the emerging trends in the film industry? I know you've mentioned a few, but now currently, what are some of these emerging trends in the industry? And do you think it's a good, we're headed on the right path?
We are headed on the right path. Let me say, there was a problem before, especially when it comes to casting. Like the producers, the casting directors, they were only casting people who were already on the limelight. And to sell their work. But I think that has changed.
It has changed.
From people now choosing people who are very famous enough for them to sell their work. They are looking at it in a different point of view of making the video to be very much impactful. So you choose someone who plays the perfect role in the casting. And that's something that has really changed. We've seen new faces in the film industry, not only film industry, also media industry. So people being given, or they use being given opportunities right now is kind of something very, very different. And I've said before, the film is not playing as a watchdog. The way you read books, and you try to relate to things happening. People now are watching films and like, oh, that's happening also to me. Oh, this also happens. This also happens. And it's something that it's really becoming more changing. The film industry is becoming very much impactful in whatever everybody is doing.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Crystal, for joining us. I really shared a lot of light on matters to do with film production, and I hope you also have learned about the stages of production. And yeah, hopefully you'll join us to get more on the film. Right?
Yeah.
So, asante sana.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It was an honor.
I really hope to have you another time.
More and more.
More and more.
Yeah, inshallah.
Yeah, so that's the junction for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and our January intake is ongoing. So if you want to study film production, journalism, software engineering, talk about hospitality, electrical engineering, we have a lot of courses for you. So make sure you go to our social media platforms and check out the courses on offer this semester. I'm Bichura. Till next time, it's a wrap.